Yeah. I'm a progressive male. I try to get all the brownie points. But like the whole reason why I took her last name because when she divorced her ex-husband, she kept his last name for his military benefits. I also wanted his military benefits. I'm like, let's make this a whole group thing. Like, come on, like, how did I get in on this? It didn't work out though. She was a liar. I found out that she was a liar, so we got a divorce just because. Like when I initially met this woman, she had freckles, and I like complimented her on her freckles. I was like this, and like that was like how we started talking. 2 years into our marriage, found out that they were just blackheads. Like this isn't gonna work for me. Waking up, it's on the pillow. Just what is this? It's a deal breaker. But yeah, one thing about Albuquerque though, like I tried to move away, but the food is too good. Like it kept me there. Like the food is so good in Albuquerque, people will get killed in front of a restaurant and people still eat there. Like how have we not noticed this? Like it's just Albuquerque restaurants shouldn't like base the success off of like stars on Yelp or anything. It's like how many bodies have dropped? Like 9 bodies have dropped in front of this business and it's packed. Yes, you're gonna want to eat there. Like it's just saying. Like there's this place in Albuquerque called Last Call. They have tacos. I love Last Call tacos. Somebody was telling me that somebody was shot at 1:30 in the morning in front of Last Call trying to get tacos. It's like what? Last Call's open at 1:30 in the morning and no one told me this? Like the food, like you're like stepping over bodies. Just like excuse me, like somebody. I'm not like. Someone I was waiting in line at a taco truck and somebody got stabbed in front of me and I'm watching it happen and like they're about to close and like all that I was thinking, I was not in shock. I was just like, this is very inconvenient. Like, can you just drag them over here so I can go get my taco? You're holding up the line. Like we're trying to, I've seen CSI, they always stab and drag. Like is that how that goes? Just, sorry, it was getting dark for Saturday morning. But while I was married though, I learned something about myself is that I'm a bad gifter. I don't give like good gifts. Just I don't know. It must be like a man trait. It's like we just don't. And my ex-wife, she had this thing like okay, so I wish. Sorry, I'm like trying to think of the clean version of this joke. Like I don't. So you're like, go for it. Just go for it. We're all adults, except him. Just they're gonna learn today though. Okay. No, like so I went shopping, and I bought my wife some nice lingerie. So I went shopping. She actually went shopping for herself on my birthday with my card and bought herself some lingerie on my birthday. And with money that like I paid for it, and she shows up and she's like, "Do you like this? Do you like this?" She's trying to spice things up, and I'm like, "No." Like all I'm thinking of is just like, when is this going to hit my account? It didn't work out, and so like by the end, I'm like, "Look, like I don't like it. Like I paid for it." And so she changes out of there. She puts her normal clothes on, and she's like, "Since you paid for it, why don't you go ahead and put it on then?" I'm like, "What? You go put it on." I'm like, "I'm not about to get." And your underwear. She's like, and you never will with your ungrateful self. So you need to fix your attitude. I'm like, okay, I'm very sorry. But but my ex and I, we have a kid. We have a 10-year-old, and we went to court. We have shared custody. I got 50-50 custody. When we went to court, my daughter's school broke out with like this head lice issue. Head lice, like all the kids got it. And my daughter's telling me this, and she's freaking out. And I'm trying to calm her down. I'm explaining to her what head lice is. I'm like, sometimes you're going to have to shave the person bald in order to fix this problem. And she freaks out even more. Daddy, I'm like, what happened? Mommy's boyfriend is bald. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, calm down. Look, mommy's boyfriend has head lice. Tell the lawyer. That's how I got 50-50. A little pro tip for you guys. Her house is condemned. Now she's living with me full time till they figure that out. It's just like, hey. But my daughter's like at the age where she's like trying to like test me now. Like she's like seeing what she can get away with. Our thing is tea. We'll sip tea and have like a little tea time. And just like sitting at the table used to be enough. Now she needs to visualize everything. Now she's like, I gotta picture it, Daddy. So now I'm sitting there in a wig, dress, heels, makeup. I'm like, all right, like this is like, I'm very uncomfortable, but anything for my daughter. So I'm doing this, and I'm like, all right. Finally, I reached the point. I'm like, this bustier is getting kind of tight, you know. So I'm like, I need to change, and I stood up and I went to leave, and I caught my reflection in the mirror, and just like a true sense of self, just bam. I'm like, I'm a bad chick. So I sat back down and finished my tea. Hey, my name is Jamar Hall. Appreciate you guys coming out. Enjoy the other comics coming up. Good up for your host, Esther, everybody.